Meanwhile, the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Pengassan, during a World Press Conference in Abuja, expressed worry over the rate of oil theft and pipeline vandalization in Nigeria. The association stating that Nigeria has an OPEC quota of over 1.8 million barrels of crude per day, says Nigerian struggles to produce over a million due to oil theft. Hence, a nationwide rally across the country.
All these were brought to us as a result of the crude oil theft. Comrades, gentlemen of the press, you could take your calculator, or at best, you could fit it into Excel because your calculator may crash. Calculate how much we are losing per day, both in dollar terms and in naira equivalent. I bet you take 600,000 barrels, multiply it by about average of $100 and multiply it by the CBN exchange rate, your calculator cannot take that. But as a country, we are borrowing because we cannot stop this illegality. The leadership of the association have felt that we should organize this World Press Conference, and we should also follow it up by a rally that is going to take place across the 4 zones plus Abuja of Pengassan come tomorrow, 8th of September 2022. Because the reason we are doing this is not far-fetched. The reason we are doing this is very simple. Because lots of companies are shutting in production after this, and there is no traceable progress. As an association, we may be forced to withdraw our workforce from the operating companies.
The national president, Pengassan Comrade Festus Osifo, explaining how Nigeria has suffered loss due to these menace, advises the use of modern technology like drones to monitor the oil well. This is following the dissolution of anti-vandalization team by Commander General Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps.
Security men and women, they have become multi-millionaires overnight. When you post them, in fact, some even have to walk their way to Niger Delta to go and protect the so-called pipeline. When you see security officers paying their way to Niger Delta to protect those pipelines, then you start imagining what is there. What is their benefit and what is their aim? So the total collusion is there, and this collusion must stop because we cannot continuously produce crude oil. We cannot continuously send crude oil into the pipeline. At the end of the day, these are being vandalized. People that does not know how these crude oil are being produced. And you know that to some extent, some of these people that vandalize the crude oil, when you stop production into that line, they even call our members and they threaten them. Why did they stop production into that line? The government must think differently. You cannot continuously do one thing the same way and you expect different results. There are technology that are abound in different parts of the world today. Today, we are in the era of artificial intelligence. Today, we are in the era of nanotechnology. Today, we are in the era of the 4th industrial revolution. So, there are great researches that have been done all over the world that the government can latch into and bring in even drone technology to survey and monitor the pipelines and create a control room where some of these things could be monitored.